Okay, today we're going to look at some low line attacks. But we're going to look specifically at the low kick and how to create some distance for the knee to the groin if it's not available directly. So you should know the principle: closest weapon nearest target. So let's say from clinch position, if I have this position now, my left knee is the closest to the groin. So I could make this decision. But what if this is closing down and I don't have target? I need to create target now. But first, we're going to look into the low kick. It's a really nice tool, and especially in security context, I used it a lot. So it's a low profile solution. You take the mobility in, and 9 out of 10 times the subject will land on the shoulder instead of the head. So understand where it belongs. 9 out of 10 times there is not distance, because this is sport. But let's say I have kicking range, I could also run. But let's say in this context, from security or law enforcement perspective, I can push. Now I have a distance, and now I can follow up with a low kick, for example, and create the mobility kill. Yes, so I'm going to look into this first. So understand the weapon. First, I'm striking with this part, my shin bone. The target is the thigh or the knee, street oriented. But for this case, we're going to work on the thigh purely as mobility kill. So what I'm going to do now is, in my brain, I think that there is a fence that I need to overstep. Yes, understand, if you're going to use a baseball bat, for example, you have this chopping motion, goes from up, down, chops into the leg. Let's see that this is my baseball bat. I will chop it into the leg instead of doing this. So what I want to do now with this leg, this foot, I have to say, I'm not going to point it forward, because now I'm locking my hip. What I'm doing, I take the midline of my subject, will step out of that line and point my toes to the side, so I feel stretch on my hip flexor in my hip region. Now this forces me to step over the fence, and now I can chop the leg in. Yes, really strong. So without a pillow, this is what you do. You step outside, this one chops over and chops into the leg. Yes, get this chopping motion, and you really twist the whole body and body weight behind it. Understand that you have this hand to protect. This one is giving you balance, but this hand should go up to protect the head at all time. So let's say you have a partner and you kick kind of hard, then you can also use two shields. Yes, become more comfortable for your training partner. So what I'm trying to do is get the chopping motion in this position. So she is riding the energy like this, otherwise her knee will collapse. So that's a good point. That's, by the way, also how you counter a low kick. You get the knee out, so you get this bone-to-bone structure. It really sucks for the one who is giving the low kicks. So let's say you could work out from this position. You start from conversation range. Now you push, and now you go to the chopping motion. Or in conversation range, maybe it's reactive or proactive, but I give the spiked elbow, create distance, and now you get the chopping motion in. So what she wants to do now is step over the fence, get that foot out of the midline, toes pointing that direction. So she'll stretch in this area, steps over the fence, chops it in, boom, like that, while she's twisting her whole core, yes? While she's protecting her head. Bam, yes. Bam, yes. Bam, goed zo. Goed, keurig. Bam. Bam. Bam, yes. If it was high profile, I would, and the threat is high, and you have to give them the same back, I would not spike the center, but I will spike the head and then go with a high line. If it's not available, go to the knee, groin, etc. Or sorry, go to the groin, etc. But this is maybe from security context, and this individual is not listening to you. You want to create distance. For you, it's enough. Or he comes with a sucker punch or a motion. You can cover, protect, and directly spike with the center of the body line. Yes, so you get them away from you. While you do this, she has to go back. So when conversation range, you can push and wait for that distance, or if there's a necessity in he or she is hitting you, you strike, and now you can follow up. So you're protecting the head with your counter-offensive, or just if you have a shit day, you want to punish him because he's a cunt. Yes, works fine. Because what I had a lot of times on the door when they said, I'm going to kill you, makes me really agitated. I should be more professional, and then I punish them for that by letting them scream like a little bitch when they're on the floor, and I'll probably cut this out. But now we're going to create a distance with a spiked elbow. We follow up with a low kick. That's a drill, yes? If you want to push, you can try to manipulate a little bit. If you push more on this shoulder, you push that leg, gets out 9 out of 10 times. So if you push like this, you will still find target. But if you manipulate more, you push this shoulder, boom, that one goes to the outside, I guess. And now you can chop into the leg. But that said, just details, just push him, create distance, follow up with a low kick, yes? Okay, let's say we're in this position. I just want to show you an option of creating the knee if it's not available. So I'm talking about the knee to the groin. So let's say you come in this clinch position. Now in this case, the closest weapon nearest target is my left knee to the groin. So in this position I could boom, put the knee in and then follow up. But let's say you come into this position. Now the closest weapon nearest target is my right knee to the groin. Bam! From this position now I can follow up, use the environment, etc. But let's say you come out here, and it happens sometimes in scenario training and also when you wrestle with somebody, especially when he knows what he's doing. In this case, for example, there is not a real knee. If I get the thigh pad away and I show the camera this position, there is no knee, and especially when I'm pinned, there's not a really effective knee to the groin. So I should create it. You could do now, if it's available, if you're in this position and there's not really a groin target, you can now knee the inside of the leg, bam, from this position, create distance, and now come back with this one. Now you have the knee to the groin. So without the pillow, just for camera, and it's slow-mo, so I don't want to fuck up my partner. But let's say in this position, just for camera view, otherwise normally she would hold me, I would knee the inside from this leg with the closest weapon nearest target, and now I get back from this position to the groin. So what you get now is an inside knee, and you follow up with the knee to the groin. So it really works fine, especially this is what Thai boxing gave me, but also because some people do it the first this knee and then follow up, but there's not really power in that strike. So this one creates distance for this hard knee to the groin. So on Thai pad it looks something like this. This is presenting groin target, this leg is blocking my leg. So let's say I end up in a shit situation like this. I get this leg in, knee in the inside of the leg, knee to the groin. But this can be a drill, yes? So you get this position, there's no target, knee inside, boom, follow up, yes? So this knee is blocking me maybe, it's not available, there's no really a groin target, and I'm pinned. What I could do now is get maybe a bicep shot, maybe an incidental strike, or maybe a concussive clinch, or maybe I'm a palm strike from this position. So you should use the principle of high-low in the concept I just explained. So you need to give them something to think about high, and now maybe you can use the knee to the inside of the leg and follow up with this knee to the groin. So you have to create it now. So it's a cadence, if you like. So for example, in this case, maybe I will palm. I will go palm into the inside of the leg. Now I get the knee in. So she's giving me pressure and she's pressuring the leg. So there is no target for me effectively. So now first one, give maybe 3 palm strike inside, boom, and now you get the knee in. So you can play with this dynamic without fucking up your partner. So it's pushing, so yes, so this can be a drill. So play with that concept. So point is, if this one is blocking me, I can see it as an inside strike to the leg, or if you really take the motion, what you do is you really follow it from this position, and then you go to boom, groin. So it's like almost a scooping motion, I guess. From here, whoop, boom. Or you can make it more ballistic, spam, like inside, and now go to the groin. But it's just getting the foot away. The other side around, she's spinning me from here. There's no target. I can now scoop open, spam, follow up. Yes, it's just a way. You can also do it without the pad. Just dry. If she's blocking me here, first need to get my knee around, open, boom. Now there's other side. Whoop, boom. Play with it. Yes, from this position, boom. Follow up. Maybe you can use it.